out some crazy stuff today. We'll get clients for sure. For those of you who are just joining or watching the replay later on, make sure you watch day 1, day 2, day 3. We started with the basics of day 1 and day 2 on day 1. And then day 2, we made 3 cold calls to local businesses. Landed one freaking good good client. I mean, he wants to make the money. He's ready to pay us. We just have to follow up. It's actually for Masoom, who's all the way in Bangladesh. And that's the crazy part, guys. Masoom, if I remember correctly, said his freedom number was $200 to $300 a month. This one client, if done well, could be an easy $2,000 a month. Masoom could be the richest man in Bangladesh in no time, right? Yeah. And then yesterday, Josh, who's in Cleveland, Ohio, has a pest control website generating leads and wanted a client for that. We cold called and then we landed the lady. The call went off. She was very, very skeptical in the beginning of the call, but towards the end, she's like, yes, I know, maybe. So Josh, I think you got her contact information. Make sure you reach out to her, send her clients. Easy 800 to 1,000 a month minimum, I would think. All right, guys, I don't want to take too much time. It's 11:03 a.m. Eastern time already. So here's what we're going to do today. Steve in the house, good to see you. Good to see you guys, all of you. David, welcome, welcome. Osman, Fred, Tahir, good stuff, guys. Here's what we're going to do. Let me make sure I got the chat thing up here. Wait, how do I? Google is easy. Facebook and Zoom, that's difficult. I need to see how I can bring up the chat screen, which I don't know. Okay, all right. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen, and yes, here's where we go, right? If you guys are here, so every week we're giving away freebies. Today, right here, in the day 4 maps ranking stuff, if you can see this, you can go here and type in GMBs, okay? Type in GMBs in the comment section. I'm not going to be giving away any freebies giveaway just for typing in, but I want guys to show a lot of excitement because we have a guest speaker today. Yeah, you can type it in the Zoom chat, but I appreciate if you can type it over here where I'm sharing my screen under the maps, under the Facebook Live here in the comment section, guys. Okay, awesome. We got people typing GMBs. Thank you. Because we have something crazy going on, which is we have somebody who's an expert in maps. So here's the backdrop. I still buy courses. I still get suckered into buying SEO stuff. And most of the time it's, it's very basic stuff, to be honest. I do white label for a couple of SEO gurus who have their own SEO groups. One guy, I had a chat with him like a week ago. I did the white label ranking, a plumber website, and then he was selling it in his course and teaching how it's done. And I'm the one doing the white label in the back end, right? And that's fine with me. He's paying me for that, right? I'm cool. He's a good marketer. He has a whole course in the Facebook group and he's selling stuff, and that's fine. But very rarely do I come across somebody who's technical when it comes to Google and GMBs and maps, but can also explain it in the right way, right? I also know a couple of really good technical SEO guys who can't explain shit, who are so bad at explaining that you get bored listening to them, but they know their stuff, right? And then I came across this guy, he's blowing up. Like the other day I was on Instagram and he was there. Like he's a good marketer plus good technical, which is very, very rare. And so I literally asked him to see if he can come here online today and give us a few nuggets when it comes to maps ranking. So for those of you, Omega says GMB to the moon, absolutely, man. So those of you who are brand new, right? Give me a 1 if you don't know what a GMB is. Give me a 1 in the Zoom chat or in the Facebook comment here if you don't know what a GMB is. Okay, Muhammad Rizwan said you don't know what GMB is. Okay, so there's a couple of people who don't know what a GMB is. Are you sure, Muhammad, you don't know? Or I mean, if you don't know what a GMB is, give me a 1. Let's make it quickly, right? So the other day, yesterday, we were talking about this. We were doing keyword research for painting, right? Or concrete, I guess. Concrete Dayton, Ohio, right? So if I go and search for concrete contractor, let's just say Dallas. Okay, this is Google guaranteed lead ads. So you're paying Google per call. This is Google ads. You're paying Google per click, right? And this is what is called a GMB, or now it's renamed GBP, Google Business Profile, Google My Business listing, okay? It's a free listing. It's not very easy to get these days if you're not a real business. Basically, Google wants you to be a real company, and they'll give you a listing by proving you're a real business by doing a verification in your address and all that. Here's the thing, right? This is Maps organic, okay? And then this is organic. I mean, this is Maps, right? You see here, I see 1, 2, 3 guys on the top. And then when I go down to more business, there's a million other guys here, right? So most likely for the main keyword, concrete contractor Dallas, right? These top 3 guys, they're getting almost all the traffic for free. These guys are paying. If they stop paying, it's like renting real estate. But these guys here, they did a few things, and they are probably making all the traffic they're getting for free. Now, here's the good thing with this, right? If I do, and I'm just pulling this up, concrete, I'm just doing here is what it is. Can you guys see my screen? In my phone, if I'm doing for a concrete contractors near me, okay, you see there's a sponsored one listing, but then below that, these are map listings. You see that? This is GMBs. It's basically, I can just click and call. I don't even know if it comes up properly. Okay, look, right? So that's the power, especially when it comes to mobile. If somebody, a lot of people are searching for the phone. If they're searching for concrete contractor near me or restaurant in whatever place you are in, and all they gotta do is one tap and call, and then call the concrete concrete company and say, come give me an estimate, right? So it is very, very valuable if you know how to get over here. And this kind of changes every year, every few months, Google is changing the way this is happening. So what worked in 2018, 2019, even June of 2023 may not fully work right now because the Google algorithm keeps changing all the time, right? Omele says, have to let it cook before applying for the GBP. Have to let it cook. Okay, when it comes to verifying, yeah. So today I'm not going into how to verify all this. We'll cover it in a different day if you want to. You can just Google and say, how do you verify a Google GMB listing? It's all video verification these days. You can look into it. But today I have a special guest speaker. His name is Eldar Cohen, right? I stumbled upon him a couple of months ago. He's a badass. I just saw something he posted today. He's standing with AK-47 guns, so don't mess with him, right? But he's also a badass when it comes to GMBs and maps ranking. Some of you may know a lot of these local softwares. I used to use Local Falcon in the past and all other Local Viking and all that. I'm now using his software, Local Dominator. I have 𝐼𝐍 right here who just joined. I was actually 𝐼𝐍. I should thank 𝐼𝐍 for he put a good word about Eldar to me the one time, and that's why 𝐼𝐍 is saying Eldar is good. I need to check out Eldar. That's how I started checking out Eldar. So I should say thanks to 𝐼𝐍, give credit where credit's due. But I asked Eldar to come because I got into his Facebook group, and you can't just get into his Facebook group. It's not free. You have to basically purchase his course and his software. So I had to do all that, and I was following him. And I do that with almost every freaking SEO guru out there. And most of the time, I'm not just saying it because Eldar is here. Most of the time, 90% of the time, these guys, these SEO guys, they may know they are one-trick ponies, if you ask me. I just mentioned I'm doing white label for an SEO guru. Some of you may know that guru. He's got a great YouTube channel. I do the ranking for his website. He's teaching it in his course, and that's fine. But Eldar I learned a few things from Eldar. I started testing a few things, and I'm seeing some improvements in my map tracking and all that. So I asked him, can you come and jump in? This is a totally free thing. No one's going to pay you, Eldar, but I'd appreciate if you can come and share a few things for people over here. He graciously agreed, and it won't be a full hour, guys. It'll probably be 15, 20 minutes or whatever time Eldar gives. So if you guys are excited, let's do this, okay? If you go here to the Facebook, here there's about 23 people signed up live right now in Zoom. There's about 10 people watching the live, 11 people here. Day 4 maps ranking. If you put in here hashtag Eldar, okay, and the more we have it, the better. Let's give a warm Christmas welcome to Mr. Eldar. Okay, so the more we have, okay, awesome. People say hashtag Eldar, 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 Eldar. Masoom says Eldar. He's really not an elder guy, he's a young guy. It's Eldar, guys, okay? Make sure that, okay? So I leave you with that. And
thank you.
Thank
you, Sarvanan. Thank you so much. I really
you can share screen. I'll shut up now. Take it over, please.
Right on, right on. And I'll start sharing my screen in just a second, but really thank you. Thank you, Riz. Good seeing you, brother. Looking forward to hang out and have another steak sometimes this year. So one of the things that when we started talking about GMBs and things, there's a lot of stuff that works. There's a lot of stuff that works temporarily. And I was thinking, what is it I can kind of share with you guys that is not just a spike? Just 10 minutes ago, somebody was asking me if I do link manipulation. And no, I don't do any link manipulations and stuff like that, because I always go for the long haul. And I like to have stuff that can sustain for a very long time. And I'll show you a couple of examples. For you guys that don't know me, I'm also the founder of Local Dominator. So I see a lot of stuff. I have a lot of data, a lot of different things. And I also run my own agency. And a lot of the stuff that I do is for my own agency. And just recently, I've created this course and trainings just to help a lot of the users that we have in the software. But I took all of the stuff that I do in my own agency and I just basically shared it. So unlike other people, this is exactly the stuff that I do. These are my SOPs, and I'm going to share with you guys those things in just a second. So today, my goal is to show you something that can help you boost your ranking and increase your location relevancy. When we're looking to rank on Google, what's important is, let me just actually share my screen real quick. Share screen. There we go. So what's important is that Google needs to understand that our business is relevant for the area that we are going for, right? And I'm going to show you like what we have done for this listing. It did went down a little bit. I think it's
Eldar, 1 minute if you don't mind. If you don't mind explaining what is 2, 3, 4, just from the basics a bit, just so somebody doesn't understand. Thank you.
Yeah. So remember that just a moment ago, he showed you basically when somebody's going to Google and searching, for example, in this case, garage door repair, and we have the 3-pack, which we see basically 3 businesses in Google. Now, what this software will do, it will actually check where is this business's rank based on the geographic location. Meaning that if somebody is running a search and that person stands right here when it says 3, or right here when it says 2, and they're searching for garage door repair business, this business is going to come up as number 2 in the search, which is really cool. And our goal is to get as many of those number 2, number 3, and obviously number 1 as we can. The more better ranking you have based on the geographic location, the more calls you'll get. So if you're doing a lead gen, or if you are running this thing for your client, you want to make sure when somebody's searching for your client, they are going to get found. And will this show you, this will show you this based on the geographic location. So again, if our client's client, so for example, if a homeowner is, let me see if I can get the little pins on the Zoom, where is that thing? Let me see. So if somebody is standing right here, so let's say there is a homeowner right here, and this person is searching for garage door repair in Gilbert, which is their hometown, they're going to see this business coming up as number 3 in the search. So there's a good chance that this business will get that lead. So if we are doing a lead gen or working on, working on this on our client's behalf, we want to make sure that our geolocation rankings are really, really good. And this is what the software will give us. Another thing that you can get in here is the data of who's ranking above you. So for example, if I click, I can see that these guys are ranking above me, right? So for example, they have much better ranking in this area. So I can go and check their website. I can see what, what they're doing. For example, it's kind of interesting, but these guys have 800 reviews, while our business here that we're working with only have 31, right? So having a business with only 31 reviews and already showing in the 3-pack, it's pretty good. And what I'm going to share with you today is how we increase the relevancy for the area. Is that cool? I'll take it as a yes. Now, the way we do it, and I'm going to show you a couple of stuff, and then later on, I'm going to give you a homework. My homework is actually to give you this doc, which I'm going to share it in the chat in a moment. And you're going to click in here and you're going to watch me do this thing step by step. There's a video that I took from my course and gave it to you guys because this will be like 20 minutes on its own. And I want everybody to do this on their own time so they can actually spend the time, learn the technique, and actually, watch it again and again so they can get it done, not just quickly watch me how to do it and then they forget. This way you'll have the SOP, so you'll be able to do this thing on your own and you can replicate this. All right. So without further ado, we call this Geon network. Okay. Geon network is basically a chain of content articles, just like we have here, for example, that are daisy chained together. They are connected together. I see Omar in just a second. They are connected together. And overall, what these Geon network articles going to do, they're going to increase their relevancy for my location. All right. Omar, you got a question? Talk to me. I think you're raising your hand, right?
No, go ahead. It could be my mistake. Plus, guys, if you have questions, put it in the chat. We can answer that in the end. Let's not disturb Eldar. Any questions, put it in the chat so I can read it out in the end, guys. Okay? Go ahead.
Awesome. All right. So what we want to do, and the reason I picked this one is because I wanted to show you something that is holding through all of the stuff that Google has been throwing at us. If you have been doing this thing for a while, you know that this year has been crazy because this year we had updates on top of updates on top of updates. I mean, in just November, we had multiple updates. Same thing for October. So when you're doing an SEO, when you're investing in an asset, you want that asset to produce money for you or for your client for many years to come. And this thing has been producing money for me literally since 2019. So like this is one of my assets. I'm selling the leads for a company. So when somebody is searching, for example, for a garage door repair in Gilbert, all right, and I think there's some changes here, so it's a little drop here, but you can see that it's right here in the organic as well. And this has been generating leads for me for many years. It's right here. I don't invest anything in this thing anymore. I've done a couple of stuff several years ago, and I just let it rest. And when you do something for, let's say, 2 or 3 months, and you can enjoy it for 4 or 5 years, for me, this is a really, really successful because my return on investment for this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't buy reviews. I don't do anything. And you can see that, for example, this have only 31 reviews, and it's outranking these guys with 329, these guys with 260, and et cetera, et cetera. And if you'll Google this thing probably in a few hours, it's probably going to be in the 3-pack. Just in the last couple of days and weeks, there's a lot of volatility. But I can also share with you that with the search that we're looking at right now, I have more than one listing. So that's another thing, another little tip I'm going to give you. If you're doing something, then you want to do it at scale because you want to get more shelf space on Google. So if somebody's searching for garage door repair Gilbert, I have very good chances that this lead will come to me because I have a few of those assets here. All right. Now, what have I done? I've done not a lot. If you look at this website here, let's take a look at this website. And I'll show you that this thing doesn't have that many pages, which is quite interesting, right? Because everybody say, oh, you got to build 1 million pages and stuff. I don't know, there's 220. What is that? No, that's not real. I think these are like tags and stuff. But yeah, so if you'll count, as you see, there is not a lot. I don't know why Google is showing 220. Might be some tags, but if you'll go through this.
That's a well-known Google thing. It'll show a lot more pages, but you start counting is a very little pages. Even the search results, it'll say 1.7 million results. You start going down, it'll only be like 137 results. You know,
Yeah.
that's, yeah, go ahead.
So you can see there's maybe 20, maybe 30 pages at best. So what we want to do, we want to do something like that. So every time I create a page, I create a page that will actually benefit me instead of creating a page just to create a page, which a lot of other people are doing. There's a lot of stuff that people are teaching, like creating a mass page, you know, type of like strategy where you're adding a new page every day or you're adding 100 pages a day. Instead, I prefer to invest all of my resources into one good page. That will be a lot easier for me to do. It'll take me 20 minutes, 30 minutes to do, and it will actually carry ranking. So for example, one of the pages that we created here is Gilbert Town Square, all you need to know. Now, if you search for this, like I just did, and you can do this in incognito, you can see that my website is ranking first for this. Isn't that cool? Now, what is this place? So Gilbert is the town. Town Square is, it's like their downtown area. And all you need to do, all you need to know. Now, if you go through this thing, it's not pretty. It's definitely not well done by a designer or anybody like this, right? But this content makes Google understand that my business is relevant for this area. And basically what I do here, I create a search, you know, for all you need to know, or like about the town square in Gilbert, and I pick up different things from that area. And again, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it step by step in the video that I'm going to give you. So no worries about that. You're going to have all of those things that you can do on your own. But I'm going to take all of this data, I'm going to put it in one page on my website, and I'm just going to let it be. Over time, Google is going to index it. And once they do, my relevancy for the area goes up just like that. Now, what we usually like to do is create a network of those pages. On average, for a website, we usually create somewhere between 6 to, I want to say 20 if we are working on this for a while. That's usually the amount of pages that we create. If you'll notice here, I don't think there is too many of them. There looks like maybe like 10 of them. But for example, the history of Chandler, Arizona, the history of Gilbert, it's just a bunch of text that we are using ChatGPT to generate. This wasn't with ChatGPT, it was a little bit long on that, but still you can do it. We grab a couple of links that we are usually pointing to authoritative websites. So for example, we link out to those websites that are relevant for this area. So for example, we're linking to the Wikipedia page about Chandler, Arizona. That's another city nearby. For example, if you look at the history of Gilbert, you'll see that it's the same thing, right? So we create a little article, and then the first word, it's a link that goes to Wikipedia. Another thing that creates authority. The one thing you got to remember, the closer you are to the beginning of your page, the more authority this keyword has, right? So for example, if I'm using this versus, let's say it would be right here, this one on top will have more authority versus this one right here at the bottom. So I'm usually starting my sentence with my target area, just like this, all right? And then after this, we usually embed Google Maps, where you can go to Google, you can search for the city like we did here. You click on share, and then you'll get the embed code, you'll put it right here. Very, very simple. And we just create those pages, and what those pages will do for us eventually they'll increase the relevancy. All right. Let's show you a couple of other stuff. So let's actually go in here. So the first thing that when you're going to create your geo network is you're going to pick up a location using local dominator. You want to look at where you're doing it because you want to pick up a specific area, right? Then you want to identify your topic, couple of topics idea, fun stuff to do, historical areas, landmarks, different things like this. You create an AI content, post it to the WordPress, add a couple links, optimize it for your location, and that's pretty much it, right? In kind of like in a quick way. The checklist that you need to do, you want to make sure you have 5 to 10 external links, 2 local websites, brand website, Wikipedia, 1 to 3 Google Map embeds, like the ones I showed you earlier, a couple of internal links. Again, you always want to daisy chain it one to the other. And by the way, this will not show on the client first, on the client, not the client, on the area that's available for potential clients, right? So nobody will see it here because we don't link it from here. It's just kind of like in the back end of it, right? So only if you run into it through a manual search, you'll find it. You want to use your focus keywords. You want to make sure that your titles are well optimized, your meta title, and you want to make sure it's about 750 words and above.
So can I stop you right there, Eldar, if you don't mind? I just have a question. I see people asking questions, and I had a similar question. Can I go to slide 2, if you don't mind?
Slide 2, yes.
Slide 2, yeah. So basically, we're going to create 5 to 10 pages on Gilbert, Arizona, whatever a city is, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And this is going to have stuff about Gilbert, tourist spots, and all that, right? And this
Correct.
post basically says from each of these 5 to 10 pages we are creating, we have 5 to 10 links to the local cities and all that.
Correct.
Local city website, the local restaurant, the airport, the university, Wikipedia, outbound authority links, 1 to 3 Google map embeds. This is a Google, not GMB map embed of our garage door website.
Correct.
Just a map embed of Gilbert.
Yes. So essentially, I'm going to go here. I'll do Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Let's just do like this. And from here, I'm going to go to Maps. Computer is super slow. I have way too much plugins. Mm-hmm. And from here, all I'm going to do, I'm going to click. Usually, you just want to move. Make sure you move your view, because if you're viewing it like this is what you'll get. So you're going to want to zoom in, right? Make sure it's in English. I'll tell you this much. I've messed up on this a few times. Go in here, click map embed, and just grab this copy URL, like copy HTML.
Awesome.
So that's what you guys are going to do.
And then you do the other stuff, the normal on page 750 words. You do, let's say you do 5 to 10 of these all about Gilbert. And so also surrounding cities like Chandler?
Yeah, so I wouldn't do specifically. So for example, you want to mix it if you're doing it all in one city, right? So for example, Gilbert Town Square, right? All you need to know. Consider some of the best places to live in sunny Gilbert, Arizona. So you're looking for a few topics around the city, and that's kind of like how you create it. And these are very, very simple articles to create. In the video that I'm going to share with you, you'll see how I create this thing using AI in just a couple of minutes, because it's a very simple article. There's nothing complex about it, but it's the fact that you're doing it and you're creating this daisy chain around it, significantly increasing the relevancy. And you can see if you're looking for your title and your title is coming up, that means Google is finding it relevant, right? Let's see, this one, I don't know. Well, let's take a look. So for example, this one is showing up right here. So I can probably improve it. Like the other one that I kind of started the video with that I was sharing. Can't remember which one was it.
By the way, I don't want to interrupt you, sorry, but I'm searching from Gilbert. You know, I use the iSearch from tool, and I search for garage door repair. Your website, Jacob Garage Door, is ranking above the map pack. Then the map pack's coming.
Sweet.
Good stuff.
Sweet. So yeah, there's changes happening like daily now. So yeah, sometimes they'll just outrank it. I'm telling you, this is generating leads and we're making money from this. So it's really awesome. And like, again, since so many years, the thing is, Google will kick you in the butt if you're doing all of those hacky, spammy, BS momentarily things to get rankings. And my logic always was, if I'm about to do something, I don't want to enjoy it for a short period of time, right? If I put a tree in the ground, I want to enjoy the shade of the tree, the fruits, for as long as possible, instead of having it for one quick summer or one quick winter and then it's done. And you'll see a lot of those people that they have those burn and turn ways, right? Where they'll show you like overnight ranking and different things like that, but then it doesn't last. You'll check their stuff next week and it's gone. It's nowhere to be found because they did a manipulation. They did so and so something against Google terms of service that they got those quick wins, and then next morning they don't have it. If you do this thing for yourself, maybe it's okay. But if you do it for your client and your client wakes up in the morning and their listing got suspended, or their website, instead of being ranking on the first page, is now showing up on the 10th page, then you're going to get your ass kicked. So when we work with clients, we don't have the luxury to do things that can get us kicked in the butt. So we always choose for things that can sustain and hold water for long term. And that's why I chose to show you this. I also have other stuff that are much newer, but I wanted to show you something that is lasting through the test of time, versus here is something, before and after, and then I'll teach you something and tomorrow it's not going to work, which I can, but it's not really going to help you to learn SEO, because SEO, it's not about finding tricks. It's about how to learn how to build brick over brick. When you learn how to build brick over brick, task on top of task, over time, you're able to build assets. And that's the key word. You'll be able to build assets that will produce for yourself or for your client for a long time. And when you have this relationship, and really beautiful things, and the industry is beautiful when you have it. When you don't have it, and you have stuff that are temporarily up and down, then this industry is very brutal, because if you'll do stuff that are very short and I'll teach you some hacks and black hat shit, then you'll get your ass kicked. You might be happy for 1 week, but the next week you're going to come to me and you say, what am I going to do now? I got fired, or Google just blacklisted me, or this and that. And you'll have stories like this all the time. So I personally don't do that. I don't do like CTRs. I don't do manipulations. I only go through the stuff that I know I can build brick on top of brick. If I do the right actions one after the other, I'll get rewarded with really good rankings. And that's the stuff that I do. That's the stuff that I believe in.
Awesome.
Go back. That was a little bit like outside of that, just a little bit.
This is good. No, awesome. So this is what I show also, in the sense that to rank in the map pack, a lot of it also comes down to the on-page, off-page of the website. A lot of people don't know that. They just go directly to the GMB, link to the GMB, but on-page of the website, the relevance of the website, the local stuff on the website, that plays a huge role. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. And the thing is, a lot of times people say, well, my GMB is fully optimized, right? You have this little green thing and it shows that it's fully optimized. I got myself 20 citations and I did, like 1 links or whatever. But then you look at their homepage or you look at their website and you see that nothing is really optimized. If you'll go through this thing, you'll see that this is extremely relevant for the location. Everything on this website signaled to Google, hey, we are at Gilbert. We are at Gilbert. And that's why it gives me those rankings, right? So you don't want to let me give you guys another thing that I am not a believer in. So there's, I think, two groups of people, one that believes in location pages and ones that don't. I belong to the don't, and I'll explain this. If you are serving Gilbert whatnot, it's not going to benefit your website if you're going to create 200 pages about all of the cities in this metro, because you are not going to get traffic for those pages. Those pages on your website that are, for example, if I'm looking at the maps, right? So if I'm at Gilbert, maybe I can create Chandler and Mesa because it's the nearby cities. Absolutely makes sense. But it doesn't make any sense whatsoever for me to create content or a location page about Glendale or Peoria or Sun City or El Mirage or Webb. Is it cool? Webb? That's a cool name. Electric Park, a Goodyear. The reason is those pages are not going to get traffic. I only want to put my resources and my efforts into what will make it work for me. So instead of creating a page about Peoria, I might as well create another page about Gilbert or something related to Gilbert. So at least at this area, I'm going to get the traffic. And that's what's going to work. Because you can do some search and you'll find a lot of those websites that have boatload of pages, but it doesn't do anything. You can rank with 20, 30 pages. There is no need to start creating 200 pages about everything. And then, because I see the data, I've been doing this for many years, and sometimes we onboard clients that have those things. So we look at their Google Analytics, everything is 0, 0, 0. There's just no traffic. So if you have a page and there's 0 traffic to it, you should eliminate that page. Eliminate it. There's no need to have pages. If you didn't have any traffic within 180 days, you should eliminate that page, create something new. Can be similar if you really want to, or completely remove it and know that this doesn't produce any value for your business, for your asset. All right. So this is this. In the video that I'm going to share with you guys, and let me drop this in the chat. I've made this for you guys here. So it's going to be.
Cool. Thank you for this guy. Hey guys, what about this, right? Why don't we go to the day 4 live in the Facebook group comments and put in mind blown, okay? The more we put mind blown, the better. Let's show some love to Eldar, because he doesn't have to show this. I did not expect him to come and give away something for free. He did not have to do it, but he's doing it. That just shows. So go to the Facebook live and say mind blown. As usual, Debashi is the first one to say mind blown. So thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Eric is saying mind blown. Josh, Niles, Alden. All right. Awesome. Good stuff, guys. Thank you. So go ahead, Eldar. Yes.
What I want you guys to do later on, when you guys have some time, you'll be able to look at those 2 samples here and also watch my video that will show you how I do this thing today, step by step using an AI. So it's a very simple process. And this is something that I just done on another page. This is another lead gen property that I have. This is fairly new. We just started to work with that, and you'll be able to see exactly how I did it. There's a couple new things. Now we also embed YouTube videos. So in my video here, you'll be able to see over the shoulder, step by step, exactly how I did this thing. And it's only 22 minutes. The reason it says part 2, part 1 is me just explaining what GeoNetwork is. So I already covered that with you guys. I don't want to waste your time. I want you to guys get straight to work. And this would give you that. So you'll be able to know how to build those pages. My recommendation is build it as once a week for several months in a row. The reason I like to do once a week is that I don't like to hammer Google with tons of links all at once. I rather Google crawl my link, like my link, say, woo, this is a good link. You created something good here. Next time you give me another link, I'm going to crawl it too. I'm going to index that. So I like to drip it, and I drip it as once a week. And then I usually, as I said, get to a point where we have 10 to 20, kind of like that. So over time, you'll build one more, one more, one more. If you are going to do this on behalf of a client, it's also good to drip it, because You don't do 4 in 1 week, and then the client next week will say, "Whoa, what did you do?" But let's say this takes you 30 minutes to do. Maybe you'll tell them maybe it's going to take an hour. Then now you have 4 hours worth of SEO work to do for your client a month, which is really good. When you do a campaign for your client, essentially it's all comes down to time. So this will give you X amount of hours now that you can do on page for your client. All right. And that's it, guys. I hope this was helpful.
This is good. No, thank you so much. I appreciate that. There's a bunch of questions there. I don't want to bore you with most questions because we'll be answering that next couple of days. Josh says, this is absolutely worth it. I appreciate your time. So thank you. A couple of people also asked about backlinks and stuff for the website. Don't worry about that. We'll cover that. Omemi says, how much is local dominated? So I was asking Eldar for some kind of a special rate for people in our group. I haven't really gotten anything from him yet, but if anybody wants to reach out to Eldar for the local dominator software, feel free to mention my name and see if you can get something, a discount from him. So that'll be good. Eldar, yes, okay.
So local dominator is $59 a month. It does come with really cool software that it's on top of it, which is localseo. That's another really cool thing that you might want to look at. It's one of our proprietary ways to get ranking. I'm going to do something for the group. I'll figure this out, but if you reach out to me, I'll work something with you guys.
Maybe next week for Christmas or something, or worst case in January, but most likely next week we'll do something for the group, Eldar, so people can look into your software also, right? Riz is raising his hand. Yes, Riz.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Eldar, I don't know if I missed it, but regarding the topics of those articles, are you using ChatGPT to create them, or, can you explain a little bit of that?
Yeah, so you can create ChatGPT. We have, and you will see it in the video. I do share in the video a list of, I want to say 10 of those topics that we usually go around. So we came up with a conclusion that there are different things that ranks better. So things to do in historical and in the video I share those things, what works really well for us.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Looks like everyone really enjoyed this one, so I'm glad.
Adil has his hand raised to just 1 or 2 questions, guys, and then we'll have to let Eldar go. I don't want to take too much. Yes, Adil, go ahead.
Sure. Thanks, Savanan, Eldar. That was a great. This is a great webinar. I have a couple of questions. The pages you create, is there some kind of proper sequence you do for internal linking? First thing. Secondly, suppose if I'm a plumber in New York City, creating a page like ABC Museum in New York City, then ABC 5-star hotel in New York City. Do this kind of pages help in creating relevancy?
Yeah, so I'll start from the back. I personally also don't like to do a specific area. So for example, I wouldn't do something about ABC Hotel, but I would do the best 5 hotels in New York City. See the difference? So doing something like the best 5 will give me more broad searchers, and it's just going to open up more traffic, and it's going to be more relevant versus somebody that is looking specifically for that hotel. So I just shared on my Facebook, by the way, something really good about checklists. If you guys go to my Facebook, there's a reel that I just uploaded yesterday about Neil Patel that talks about websites with how-to and checklist that ranks better, and then I show how to do it with AI. So check out my profile on Facebook. Just look for Eldar Cohen, and you'll see that video. It's really helpful. The second part of your question was, actually repeat it.
It was like the location pages you create. Do you do some kind of proper? Do you have a proper system of internal linking, like to the homepage, the previous?
I don't put too much. I'll show you, like, for example, let's grab this. I don't put like too much brain power into my inner linkings. I don't think it's really worth it. What usually I'll do, I'll create like an inner link here that is targeting the city, and I'll target like the homepage. So for example, this will get us to the homepage, just like that. See? And then, for example, this one looks like to the Wikipedia. This one looks like another external, and this one also external. So this was my first one, so I don't have a lot of internal ones here. But I would probably add a couple more internal ones to the homepage. If I do have services and I have something relevant, then I'll link it to the services. But a lot of times you won't, because this doesn't really talk about the industry or your trade. It talks about the city or whatever it is. So I won't use any of those links. So mainly my links would be to another article in my daisy chain article links, like network, or to the homepage.
Awesome, thank you. Awesome, guys. That's all the questions. Sahil says, could I have a GMB without an address in USA? I'm from Pakistan. So in my growth partner program, we show that Adil is right here in Pakistan. He's verifying GMB. So yes, you can, but there's more technical stuff. So thank you, guys. I don't want to take any questions. Thank you, Eldar. I truly appreciate you coming, serving. I did not expect you to give away something. Let's definitely get on, talk offline, and next week do something. I really want to see what we can do. Your software is awesome, man. I've used localseo in the past. Nothing wrong with that, but I think you are more accurate and stuff like that. So
awesome.
Cool
Thank
stuff,
you.
man. Cool stuff. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I appreciate
guys,
everybody.
With that being done, we will have a day 5 tomorrow. I was planning on pausing it because I have a itchy throat and the chills and all that, but Eldar's fired me up today, so we'll probably continue day 5 tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll go more into GMBs if you have questions, and then on-page optimization. And then somebody was asking about, let's finish the day with cold calling, okay? Let's do this, guys. Give me a cold call in the Facebook over here. Give me a cold call if you want to do some cold calls, land some clients. Or if you don't want to do that, just say F off, enough, and then you can do that. So if you want cold calls, go to the day 4 Maps Ranking Live and put cold call. Let's see if people are putting in cold calls. Because I'm getting addicted to that too, just landing clients left, right, center. It's crazy. All right, but we got people saying cold call. So okay, who has Josh has loved some cold calls. Josh got a freaking client yesterday. Masoom got one 2 days ago. It's crazy. At the same time, we also saw how bad cold calls could go. The first 2 cold calls I made live they were not friendly. Third one was awesome, super friendly. He wants to make the money. He wants to pay us. Yesterday was awesome. Josh is in Cleveland. He landed a pest control in Cleveland. Josh says, give it to Omer. He wants a party bus in Cleveland. Okay. Josh is paying it forward. I like that. Party bus in Cleveland. So let's see if we can get lucky this time too, right? Omer, hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Omer. Party bus Cleveland. The thing with party bus is I don't know if the guys are. It's not like a home services where they are paying for leads and all that, So one guy is paying ads. Let's look him up. All 800 numbers and all that. Okay, so Omer, give me some context. Do you have a website already generating leads? Sue says, how do we get Eldar's checklist? We'll get that link from Eldar, guys. I'll make sure I get it and I'll give it to you. If you guys, here's the other thing. Before I make the call for Mr. Omer, let me show you one thing. Make sure you register and you have access to this membership area, right? This is where we have all the replays. It's called the Welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas. So every day we'll be uploading his stuff, replays. But along with that, stuff like what Eldar is giving, I'll be putting in here. A couple of my own trainings, I'll be putting in here. So make sure you have access to this. If you don't know how to get access to it, go to this Facebook group, go to the featured pinned post that says my biggest content, my biggest giveaway, and click on this, right? I'll put it in the Zoom chat also, so you guys have it. So you just have to click on this, make sure you enter your name and all that, and you'll be emailed a membership area login, okay? So Riz is given something. Oh, thank you, Riz. Okay, Riz is given this. Okay, so this is what it is. Appreciate that, Riz. By the way,
No,
guys,
they were asking about Eldar's checklist, and he posted the link, so I was just posting it in the
yes,
group.
thank you. And for those of you who don't know, Riz, you do white label SEO, right?
No. I do a little bit for 2 agencies.
Okay, if somebody here can get clients and pass them to you, can you do white label, or is that something you don't do?
As of right now, it's a little tight.
Okay, Riz is maxed out, man. So sorry. I'm just trying to help you, Riz. So okay, cool. So we will post this also, okay? But let's see if we can get Omel. So Omel, do you have a yes, I'll get to you. Okay, you have a GMB and the website Party Bus in Cleveland. Okay, it's gonna be tricky. I can't promise it, but let's see if you can get if you can call this guy. He's running ads, so we'll see. All right. I'm trying to call the local number here. 216-678-9502.
Thank you for calling Limousine Services. If you know your party's extension, please enter it now or choose from the following options. For personal reservations, please press 1. To set a permanent account, please press 2. For corporate bookings, please press 3. For all other inquiries, please press 4. To go directly to voicemail, press star.
Anytime the owner. Hello.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept.
Anytime the owner doesn't pick up the phone call, it could be difficult. That's the thing with if you go outside of home services. One, you won't find a lot of people in the paid for, let me open this. Like they are not used to paying for leads. They don't know that. They don't know that model. And so they'll be like, nah, I'm good, whatever. Second thing in the party bus, we'll try this out. 517. Is this this doesn't seem to be Cleveland. This is Lansing. That's 3 hours from Cleveland. Right? So these are ads showing up in Michigan. Okay, let's call this guy. 330-241. Amel, are you in the Cleveland area? Is that where you are?
Yes, I'm in Cleveland.
Okay. Hi, you guys do like party bus in the Cleveland area, right?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm not a client, but I was wondering if you guys accept referrals. Can I refer you a couple of clients your way?
Sure.
Okay. Who am I talking to? May I know?
Manu, M-A-N-U.
I mean, are you the owner, Manu?
Yeah.
Okay, Manu, this is Ganesh here. I'm not a party bus company or anything. I have a website about party bus and limousines and all that, and I get calls from people looking for party bus reservations, limo reservations. I'm just looking for a company where I can send these to, and you can probably service these guys. You can take more jobs right now, and you guys, you can. Are you? Yeah.
Are you a broker?
I'm a what? Sorry.
Are you a broker?
I'm not a broker. No. I have a website about limousine. I do a lot of website work. I do a lot of testing with Google and websites and things like that. So one of the websites I have, it's when somebody's searching for limousine or party buses in Cleveland, I think they find it in Google and then they call. Unfortunately, the call number is my number, so it comes to me, and I always say sorry, I can't. I'm not. We don't do it. But I'm thinking I can just send it to somebody, a real company who can take these customers.
Hold on 1 second. Let me put you on.
Okay. So I'm on mute. I think he's the owner, he said. He's probably taking another call from a potential client, customer. We'll see. So if he doesn't come back soon, oh man, please you have the number. His name is Manu, M-A-N-U. This is the company. Write it down. clearroyal.com and reach out to him and tell him your partner can just call me a partner. You don't have to pay me anything, and just get it going with him. Yep, Josh said you dig and see what they're about. Okay.
Hey, sorry. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I was wondering I can send you these calls and you can take customers' money. That's all.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Is this the number to have them call if you, when they call me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then quick one. Sorry. What do you guys do right now for customers? Do you do any ads, anything like that, or?
We do, yeah. Not a lot.
Not a lot. Okay.
And some Google ads.
Google Ads. Okay. Well, long term, not right away, obviously, but let's say the next 1, 2, 3 months, if the clients I refer are pretty good enough and decent, and you make some money, do you think we can work out something?
About what?
About like if I send you an additional, I don't know, $10,000 of new customers, and again, I'm not saying right away, but maybe the next couple of months, if you think it's worth it, do you think you can give me a small percentage?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, sorry.
Depends how much, volume you send our way.
Exactly, yeah, the volume, if they are just like price shoppers, obviously, right? But if these are legit good parties and they book some good, good jobs and then you make the money, because I can generate more of these and send you all day long. So I was wondering if it's something we can do long term, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Here's what I'll do, Manu. What's your email? Let me take down your email.
So booking@seoservices.com.
Booking at your website, name.com. Okay, got it. I'll send you an email. My partner, Omel, O-M-E-L-E, he'll send you an email and then we'll send you some calls and then we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Nice talking to you, man.
You too.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, Omel, where are you? Is Omel here in the house?
Here, bro.
There you go, man. So you got a client right there. You just make the calls, man. I'm telling you, you could be in Cleveland, you could be in Bangladesh, you could be, wherever you want to be and make these calls. These businesses are looking, that's all. That's how crazy it is. We are showing you the skills of SEO, how to rank websites, generate calls. I'm showing you the skills to getting these clients. Umar says thumbs up, thank you. It is crazy. Like, it is honestly crazy. Okay, we had Adil here who joined my course, then he joined my mastermind program, then he joined my growth partner program. He's in Pakistan. He's right now is at $1,000 to $1,200 a month, and his goal is to go 10x, $15,000 a month from Pakistan. It doesn't matter where you're from, right? With technology these days, if you know to leverage it, the skill of ranking and banking, that's what I call it. It will serve you. Every business won't leads. All right. Okay, guys, I'm done. I actually feel better after all this today. I think I should do more of these because the chills and the itchy throat seems to go away. When I'm just sitting and doing nothing, it comes back, looks like. So anyway, so tomorrow, what do we have tomorrow? I'll leave you with this. Let me share the screen. Tomorrow, let's continue our day 5. So today was GMBs. You guys can see my screen, right? Yep. Tomorrow is web design and on page. We'll go more on page. Web design, I won't be going in detail because literally you can pay somebody in Eastern Europe or go to fiverr.com and pay somebody $50 to do web design, or just pay Steve Rock right here, who's a web design expert, and he will do it for you. But learn on-page optimization and off-page optimization, that'll be something crazy, okay? So tomorrow we'll go on-page optimization, same time, 11 o'clock, guys. I think yesterday we said the person who puts the best post will get my course for free in the local SEO accelerator. I haven't gone through all of it, to be honest. Let me see. So I had to go through. There were some really beautiful posts out there, like all of these. Look at this guy. Wow, who's this? Mohammed Tushar has put a beautiful, decent breakdown of my whole videos. Miraj is putting. So I had to go through it, to be honest, to find the best one. And one of you guys get my full course for free. Okay. But 2024, the whole goal of this 12 days to Christmas giveaway is not just for me to explain everything and you learn and then you forget, but make sure you implement something and you move on. 2024 is going to be awesome, guys. Okay. All right, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you again. Take care. Bye-bye.